tops a woman's must-have list when it comes to a partner. It's not only about appearance, riches, or magic. That's learning her little vulnerabilities and how you can own them. Subtle mistakes often lead to great opportunities lost, or even relationships failing. And too many men are not able to figure out what women want and need on a deeper level. The even bigger question is, can you learn to become the most attractive version of yourself? The kind that she will obey only you? Today, we are exploring 10 things every man needs to know about female psychology. These lessons, based on Stoic philosophy, will not only make you a better partner, but you will growing as a human being. Confidence, patience, humor. Let's break down how to leverage these principles to foster meaningful connections. 1. Introduction. Learning what women really want is an intriguing game, but it's also what women don't tell you about attraction. Most men have a very simplistic mind. They think that attraction is all about superficial traits like looks or wealth. But in fact, a woman will be attracted to you based on subtle, unspoken qualities. Women are attracted to men who can be strong, trustworthy, and have emotional depth that is not just surface level. But these traits are seldom openly discussed, giving men no way to know. Think of a man who lacks self-assurance and who always wants a sign of his worth. He accidentally pushes away what he loves most. Instead, a man who is true to his values, confident in his choices, and steady in his temperament can command attention effortlessly. As the Stoics instruct, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Men can drop the false comparisons and nurture what makes them truly strong. And to access all these untapped sources of attraction, you need to identify certain patterns and pay attention, not merely to what is being said, but to what is being done. Mastering this boosts your relationships and your character. As with everything, attracting someone boils down to authenticity. Being you, being purposeful, and being confident without making it more difficult than it needs to be. 2. Confidence. The access code. To her attraction, confidence is often referred to as the most attractive quality man can possess, and for good reason. There's nothing brazen or arrogant about that. Rather, it's quietly confident, compelling all those around to pay attention. Women are attracted to a man who knows his value and is not interested in proving it. For instance, consider the man who walks into a room with a relaxed manner, maintains eye contact, and speaks deliberately. He possesses a magnetism that neither demands nor requires attention. This isn't about perfection. It's about accepting who you are, warts and all. A central Stoic tenet is, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Confidence, even at the level of a teacher's lounge, starts from within, with self-ask and self-respect, and overflows out of you into what you do. Women are intuitive, and project confidence is just that, a facade of bravado for insecurity. If you want to develop real confidence, stay close to your values, be open to the lessons of the challenges you face, and honor your own journey. With purpose and authenticity, confidence naturally follows. This characteristic is not simply charismatic. It has the power to transform you and the relationships you want to create. 3. The bad boy. How a little mystery keeps her interested. In fact, many men effortlessly do this. Women date smarter than ever, and as such, being too predictable or too available to a woman's life is the fastest way to lose interest. They love the mystery. It keeps them on their toes. Imagine this. A man lavishes a woman with lots of attention, then reveals all aspects of himself too soon. Although his intentions are noble, the absence of mystery makes curiosity impossible, and the relationship might lose its appeal. Conversely, a man who unabashedly reveals himself progressively, rocks the boat yet leaves her begging for more, will find it impossible to escape his spell. This does not mean playing games or being manipulative. It's about having a balanced sense of me that is not entirely dependent on her validation. As the Stoics tell us, do not cover your philosophy, embody it. Instead, let your actions and personality show your depth over time. Pro tip: be deliberate about what you share and when. Have your own life, interests, passions outside the relationship. The independent man of mystery, a style of a man that women love. He's competent and has this aura of independence. So find the sweet spot of openness and mystery and see your connection flourish over time. 4. Humor. The importance of making her laugh. In relationships, humor is the international expression that completes missing pieces, melts tension, and leaves us with unforgettable matching pieces. Making a woman laugh is the best way to win over her heart. Envision a guy who breaks the tension in a tough moment with an astute comment or a playful tease. It reduces her stress, and it leaves a lasting positive impression. But humor is not about telling stand-up one-liners or forcing a laugh. It's about authenticity and knowing how to put her in a relaxed, pleasant frame of mind. A Stoic might respond, "You are in control of your mind, not external events. Recognize this, and you shall be empowered." When you train yourself to see the humor in life, you rattle resilience and joy, two of the most attractive characteristics you can possess. Remember, with humor, you can poke fun, but it better not be a biting comment. Stay in the moment, observe her mood, and use humor to deepen the connection, not to mask it. A man who can make her laugh leaves her with a feeling of warmth and positivity that is nearly impossible to shake. Humor is not only a value I look for when I'm trying to lure someone in, it's also the bedrock of all profound, long-lasting connections. 5. A physical presence, the silent language of the body. In dating, small faux pas, such as fidgeting or a glazed-over look, can destroy your confidence and attractiveness without your even realizing it. They are highly intuitive and pick up on nonverbal communication, which often says more than words ever could. Picture the person who slouches and never looks you in the eye, who seems to pick up pieces of gluten from the air. Even when they are saying all the right things, their body language may betray insecurity. A man with secure posture, focused eye contact, and calm, assertively moving body language radiates power and confidence without trying. These traits build familiarity and trust, which are important factors of attraction. As the Stoics remind us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Since what is within takes form outside, establishing a centered attitude translates out into the world. Stand tall with your shoulders relaxed, establish eye contact as you speak, and use purposeful gestures to project your physical presence. Steer clear of crossing your arms or in any way acting closed off. This can come off as unapproachable. These subtle tweaks in body language convey confidence and emotional balance. You become more appealing and engaging. Keep in mind, your posture informs others of your values and mentality through your physical presence alone, before you even utter a word. Authenticity. Stay true to yourself. So many relationships fail because people pretend to be someone they are not, thinking that will make them more attractive. It is true that women have a sixth sense which most men cannot even notice. Consider the guy who fakes his interest in a particular pastime or who embellishes his triumphs to impress someone. Although this may be effective in the short run, in the long term the fakery becomes clear and trust and connection deteriorate. It's much better than a guy who tries to suppress his uniqueness and hides his flaws, hoping no one notices. Only end up sending everyone running for the hills with his fake nature. As the great Stoic teaches, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. By being authentic, you can earn respect and break free from pretending. Be true to yourself. Focus on your principles, say your truth with compassion, and don't try to fit in just to be accepted. You tell oath of your words and vulnerability as a strength. When a man can be himself without apology, secure and comfortable in his own composure, women respect this quality in a man. By being real, you create connections based on truth and respect, which are way more meaningful and lasting. 7. The masculine. Women want men who are emotionally strong. Here is a subtle thing men do in relationships that men do wrong is misunderstanding what masculinity means. It might be something you think is about dominion or physical prowess, but women are drawn to emotional fortitude, the ability to be calm, nimble, and kind in stressful situations. Think of a man who collapses after the smallest misfortune or erupts when things go awry. This type of behavior establishes instability with a woman and can disallow trust or reliance. Conversely, the man who learns to handle obstacles with assured calm and thinks before he responds instead of being reactionary will exude a tremendous masculine presence. As the Stoics say, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Understand this, and you will know strength. We develop emotional strength through discipline and self-awareness. To reflect this, practice refraining from acting on your emotions, taking a responsibility for your emotions, and finding solutions rather than fixating on problems. You are emotionally grounded. By being emotionally grounded, you give women a safe space where they feel secure and valued. Real manhood does not lack emotions. It manages them properly with the wisdom of their vices so that all their relationships remain as steady as possible, even as the surface is turbulent. 8. Neglected attention, leverage, scarcity to increase your worth. Many men make this mistake of showering too soon and too much, causing avoidance. Women, like all people, recognize worth in what feels precious and scarce. So, one may become uninterested if over more availability. Availability becomes normal. Moderate takeaway is a spark. Imagine a guy who is always texting, calling, and reshuffling everything in his life for someone. Even with good intentions, his over-attention can seem needy and cause him to lose his appeal. Now contrast this with a man who respects his time, is deliberate in his interactions, and creates space in the relationship. And this scarcity adds value and power to his attention. As the Stoics advise, don't let your mind run on what you don't have as much as on what you've already been given. Look to enhance your own life, not someone else's. Putting this principle into practice looks like establishing healthy boundaries, following your pursuits of interest, and participating consciously when you do connect. Scarcity isn't about playing games or making her chase you. It's about having your own independent life and valuing yourself. It allows her to value being nurtured to the point where your attention is a privilege and is something she treasures, leading to a deepening of the connection and appreciation in the relationship. 9. Patience, the virtue of a slow approach. You want to make sure you do your research so you learn the most common mistakes men make in their relationships and avoid them. One of the biggest mistakes men make is rushing into the dating process, both emotionally and physically. This may also mean women seek men who know the worth of the true virtue of patience, since the time spent in knowing them at their own pace earns trust in return, which will to a greater extent tell them the kind of relationship that awaits them. Think of the man who presses a woman for speedy promises or takes the express lane on a declaration of love. It can be uncomfortable and make her feel like you are violating her space. On the other hand, a man who patiently understands her better, allows the relationship to develop gradually, and knows how to maintain emotional stability, makes a lasting impact. And Stoicism teaches us, no great thing is created suddenly. It also applies to relationships. Genuine connection and trust takes time and consistency. If you want to practice patience, work on creating genuine connection in the moment, as opposed to expecting or wanting immediate results. Pay respectful attention, allow her space to open up, and reflect that you value the journey ahead, not just the destination. Waiting can be a sign of reassurance and self-control, not to mention patience. You build a relationship based on respect and a foundation of trust, which can lead to a much deeper, longer-lasting relationship by taking your time. Respect, the most important ingredient in attraction. Respect may be the foundation of a relationship, but many men mistakenly think attraction alone can keep it going, completely forgetting how to evoke this in their partners. What women want: respect, appreciation, and kindness. It means listening to and weighing their opinions, acknowledging them as individuals, and respecting their boundaries. Think of a situation in which a man belittles a woman's ideas or speaks down to her. Whatever his charm or handsomeness, it destroys the relationship. A man who listens, appreciates what she brings to the table, and validates her as an equal produces safety and admiration. As Stoic philosophy reminds us, you should be more inclined to treat others the way you want them to treat you. Respect builds trust, and trust is the bedrock of any real relationship. If you want to earn respect, that means communicating openly and in a kind way, not interrupting or dismissing her feelings and supporting her ambitions. And respect doesn't mean agreeing with everything she says or does. It simply means understanding and appreciating her point of view, even when it doesn't align with yours. By laying respect as a part of the foundation of any relationship, you not only attract her, you create a partnership that both can excel in. A high-value man commands respect, and that is a crucial ingredient in building a long-lasting relationship. These 10 points aren't intended to be manipulative. They are about growth and connection. When you make the effort to become this guy, you're not only doing it for her, but for you. The Stoics urge us to concern ourselves only with that which we can control: what we think, what we do, how we act. If you nail these, you will get and keep healthy relationships. You should subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. And if you liked this, please like this video. Let us know in the comments. What do you think is the most important quality in a relationship? And don't forget, hit the bell so you never miss one of our videos.